More than 40 years after leading over 900 of his cult leaders to their deaths via suicide, Jim Jones' story is heading to the big screen, with Leonardo DiCaprio. The 46-year-old actor has signed on to star in and produce Jim Jones, a self-titled biopic centering on Jones' life, according to Deadline. The actor-producer will produce through his Appian Way production company, alongside Jennifer Davison. MGM picked up the project, which has a script by Scott Rosenberg, Venom, Jumanji, The Next Level, in a seven-figure deal for the writer, who will also executive produce. Jones was the founder of the People's Temple in Indianapolis, Indiana in 1955, where he promoted Christian socialism. He joined forces with the Disciples of Christ in 1964, and a year later moved his group to California, ultimately settling in San Francisco. By the 1970s, he started rejecting Christianity, even being so bold to claim that he was God himself. He also started building his Jonestown settlement in Guyana in 1974, and ultimately started convincing his followers to come and live there with him, since it was free from the oppression of the United States government. By 1978, reports started surfacing about human rights violations within the compound, which led the government to send a delegation to investigate. The delegation was led by U.S. Representative Leo Ryan in November 1978, which ended in bloodshed, with Ryan and 4 other Jonestown defectors gunned down by Jones followers, while they were boarding an outgoing flight home. That same day, on November 18, 1978, Jones then orchestrated a mass suicide of his followers, which took the lives of 918 followers, 304 of them children, by drinking flavor aids spiked with cyanide. The mass suicide was the largest loss of American lives in history, before the 9/11 terrorist attack, with a 45-minute audio recording of the mass suicide recovered from the scene. Jones was also found dead at Jonestown on the stage in the Central Pavilion, of a gunshot wound consistent of suicide. DiCaprio will next be seen in director Adam McKay's Don't Look Up with Jennifer Lawrence, debuting in theaters and on Netflix in December. He also has Killers of the Flower Moon in post-production, slated for release in 2022, along with The Black Hand and Roosevelt.